Welcome to my darts and welcome to my new studio and setup. This is where I'll be doing most of my videos from now on, and I thought I'd better start with all the basics and show you exactly how I got all this going. So stay tuned and I'll run through from my board setup to my lights to my hockey, and I'll see you on the other side of this. Welcome to my darts. This is what's going to end up being my studio. So far I've got a sheet of MDF on the wall. It's about 800 by 800 millimeters, and you'll see why later on. I'm going to use a black theatre paint for the board because it's non-reflective, and again look, you'll actually notice the difference later on when you see the final setup. As you can see by the shine, paint's not quite dry yet, but we're starting to set our height for our dartboard. Now, I'm not sure what it is in feet and inches, but in the metric scale it's 173 millimeters. So we'll check that up now. And I've actually already got a nail in there marking that exact spot. Just remember, if you have a raised hockey, that you have to take measurement from the floor underneath it, not the raised section, otherwise your board will be out when you toe the line. But like I said, 173 centimeters from the floor to the center of the bullseye. So now let's set our bracket. Most dartboards, as you know, do come with the bracket. I'm just going to use the standard one, which I've got here, which is just the basic one that comes in the pack, the little metal one. The trusty cordless here, so let's set that now. Just make sure that's fully secured. Obviously there's a fair bit of weight in the dartboard, we don't want it coming down after the whole thing's set up. Now we've got our bracket mounted up here. Just double check again, like I've mentioned before, 173 to the bullseye, and that's spot on. And now for our board. In my setup, I'm using what I consider the best board on the market. This is a Winmau Blade 5 dual core. Now you can see a bit of movement there, but this one, it's got the little feet on the back, so we can adjust it up. Like so. Straighten that up. There we go, the Winmau Blade 5. Our backboard's done, and next stage will be to put our cabinet surround on our board. Well, as you can see, we've installed our surround around our board. You can see now why I've had to set the board before I put this framing, because it does stick out a good 100mm past the face of the board, so it does make it hard to get a proper measurement. That's great. I've done this one myself, and I've made it to this size just so I can fit a proper full size surround inside my cabinet. Well, there you have it. Their board's all set up, and as you can see, the black paint, the theatre paint I've used has actually dried now, and you see there's no reflection. So if you've got like lights or even my studio lights, they won't reflect off that surface. So next up, we've got our rubber, polyfoam rubber surround. This one is from Winmau. Put that on, it's nice and easy. Well, with the height of our board set, now it's time to set the length of our hockey. Now, there's two ways of doing this. One is with a standard tape measure. It does make it awkward, especially if there's only one person, because you have to hold one end on the board, one hold at a diagonal line from your bullseye to your hockey. Now, the length is 293 centimeters from your bullseye to your toe line. Like I said, with a tape measure, this can be very awkward, so we'll be using this. This is the Winmau Setup Pro. Again, it's a tape measure like thing, but with one simple difference. It works off the bullseye. Get a dart through the hole, straight smack bang in the middle of your ball. tape measure, like I said, it's got the tape on one side, it's actually got it specially marked out on the other for both disabled athletes and for the standard player. So as you can see, we put the dart in the bullseye through the hole in the tape, and then we run it from a diagonal line straight to our toe line. I've used the length of aluminium angle and put plugs into the floor and screwed my line directly into the floor. I'll eventually put my oki around it. So there you go, a line set, 293 centimeters. Now there is another way of doing this. It's from having a level line from the face of your dartboard. Obviously with a surround and a cabinet on your board, this makes it very hard. If you are going to do it that way, it's 237 centimeters from the face of the board at the floor point to your oki line. So you can always check it both ways if you have the way of doing that. But then for our lighting, I've actually gone with a Target product. Released around Christmas time last year. This is the Target 360 Corona LED light system. It actually connects through magnets on its feet, which go onto the side of your board, unlike the 360 Vision, which was all like a mechanical setup and was quite hard if you had a portable system. So this is really fantastic, lightweight and plastic. We put that on. It is, like I said, magnetised to the side of the board. Obviously my surround is helping it here, but you don't need a surround on these to make it stay. So it's already wired up. And there you go, fantastic. The Corona 360 LED lighting system from Target Darts. Well, as you can see, we made some great progress on our board. Board's up, the lighting's set. Next for our oki. Now, originally I was going to go with a raised oki, but with all my equipment here, I thought it might be a little bit too awkward. So I've gone with a carpeted oki, and I'm going to be using carpet tiles. I've gone with a nice red and a nice grey. So let's put the floor down. Well, if you missed anything, I'll link up all the products we use, plus the measurements in the show description. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And for more content just like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video.